Non-government organization, Youth and Environmental Advocacy Center, YAAC, has held a national conference in Port Harcourt where it launched the Network on Organized Crime in Nigeria and the Gulf of Guinea. The conference had some critical stakeholders from the communities of the Niger Delta region and the Gulf of Guinea, drawn from government, the organized private sector, civil society and host communities, amongst others, to brainstorm on the issue of insecurity and organized crime along waterways of Nigeria and the Gulf of Guinea. In his keynote address, the head of the Political Science Department at the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Fidelis said government cannot fight crime alone. Professor Fidelis suggested a collaboration between the state and non-state actors in the fight against crime.
Kidnapping in Nigeria is happening in almost every part of the country. So how safe are Nigerians when it comes to movement from place to place? Oil theft, which is really a problem for the environment, and social consequences, economic consequences of many of these crimes are huge, enormous. So there's need for a more concerted effort. So it takes collaboration between state actors and non-state actors. It takes active involvement of civil society, stakeholder groups, to helping the government to more effectively address the problem of organized crime. The government alone cannot address it.
Speaking at the forum, the Executive Director of Youth and Environmental Advocacy Center, Nigeria, Fidelis, said there is need for collaboration of all stakeholders to jointly tackle organized crime and criminality in the Niger Delta and the Gulf of Guinea. Fidelis also said a network on organized crime in Nigeria and the Gulf of Guinea will help in intelligence gathering that will be useful to security operatives in coordinating and tackling the crime in the region.
So through the network, we are going to synergize with communities. We are going to synergize with non-state actors. We are going to gather information, gather intelligence, verify the intelligence, share it with the government, security operatives to be able to give information that will help the Nigerian security operatives and those in the Gulf of Guinea to become proactive in their fight against organized crime. Because as it is today, they are only reactive after it has happened before they know. So this network is going to provide information that will help them become proactive in the mitigation of organized crime in Nigeria and in the Gulf of Guinea. The organized crime we are talking about here has to do with those crimes that you have criminals organize themselves, put themselves together to commit within our community. Some of these crimes manifest as pipeline vandalism, crude oil theft, illegal bunkering, artisanal refining, arms smuggling, and also the issue of drug trafficking. And even human trafficking is also part of this. And none of these crimes that happen across the border of Nigeria that does not involve or pass through other countries in the Gulf of Guinea. That is why we are putting together several countries like the Congo, DR Congo, Cameroon, you have Nigeria, you have Sao Tome and Principe, you have Equatorial Guinea, are some of the countries that are members of the Gulf of Guinea Commission to come together and put themselves together the way they have done through the Gulf of Guinea Commission and then coordinate their effort to fight organized crime in the Niger Delta.
And for his part, a public policy analyst and a doctor of political science, Dr. Ikiri Abraham Joe, is calling for the use of technology as well as setting up of a coast guard along the coastal border of Nigeria and the Gulf of Guinea in checking insecurity on the coastline.
While others now use satellite, submarines, Nigerian Navy should be responsible for the activities in the water. But many countries have now seen that the Navy is inundated with a lot of responsibility. Therefore, their capacity is highly lower. To help in this, a lot of agencies have been created in other places to coordinate water activities. And here we are saying that it is time for Nigeria to, in addition to the armed forces they have, establish the Nigerian Coast Guard, equip them. I have not heard if Nigeria has any submarine. This is the time to do so that they will be able to match strength for strength the growing level of criminality around Nigerian borders, especially from the sea.